So this is a nice evening out here in India, and we have on board our corporates, Mr. Dev Wilson, Mr. Ron Kadi, Mr. Subramanian Banerjee, Mr. Sulilit Biswas, me, myself, Biman Das, and Mr. Dev Rolls. So today our subject on the webinar is the new corporate structure and updates on the next quarter sales and administration. So before we start on with the webinar, I'd like to just brief who is going to speak on what subjects. Okay. So number one, we have the new corporal hierarchy system, which will be spoken by Mr. Dave Rolls. Next, we have the organizational structure of new phase of YoCoin, the clean sweep of backlogs as per the newsletter release, which will also be spoken by Dave Rolls. Update of backlogs of new phase, that is the website of our yocoin.org, which will be spoken by Dev Rolls. And the next speaker is Mr. Ron Kadi, who will be speaking on the leadership and sales lead generation. Now we have our CEO, Mr. Dev Wilson. Mr. Wilson? Mr. Wilson? Mr. Wilson? Okay, fine. Mr. Wilson is maybe he's facing some technical snags. So we have, I'll hand over the, we'll start off with the webinar as soon as possible. Mr. Dev Rolf, can you take over and start your speak whatever you have?
Well, very good, Biman, and pleasure to be here, January 20th, 2017. I'm going to be reading from the newsletter that I wrote that'll be sent out today as well, and use this as the platform for today's news and announcements, which are all very exciting. And I want to make sure that everybody gets as excited as I am, for sure. So, first point. First a note from our founder, Mr. Banerjee. We concluded 2016 with our Summit and Awards event in Bali from January 12th through the 17th. And as a result, many improvements are coming about. The first I am pleased to announce is Mr. Dave Rolfe is the president of YoCoin International. His duties and responsibilities are to organize YoCoin administratively and to get sales in 2017 to 100 million. Well, I'm very pleased to...
Mr. Rolf, can I interrupt for a second? We have Mr. Dave Wilson back. He is up with his technical side. Mr. Wilson?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you just open the webinar so that Mr. Dave Rolf can continue?
Boy, I was really getting involved with what's going on there. Congratulations, Dave. I'll just be brief to everybody. We had a wonderful trip to Bali. I want to congratulate all the leaders. And guys, if you could mute yourself, that would be great. I'd like to congratulate all the leaders that were in Bali. I got a chance to meet Dave Rolfe. I got a chance to break bread with the corporate staff from India and Ron Kadi. It was a wonderful trip. The weather was great. We had a wonderful time seeing the place we stayed, and a little bit of foreshadow. We're going to be in Calcutta for the next one. So the one there. There's somebody in the background that's banging stuff. If you could please mute yourself, I'd appreciate it very much. Anyways, I'm going to pass the call back to Biman, and we'll get Mr. Rolfe back on the phone. Congratulations again to everyone. And in North America, good morning. Signing off, Dave.
All right, Dave, thank you very much. So, little did I know after becoming a customer in June of 2016 that I'd be embarking on an exciting new journey with YoCoin. However, it didn't take long once engaged to realize that with my background and experience, I could be a big help, and more importantly, I could help ensure that all the dreams of all of us are realized. So with that being said, let's get down to business, and there's lots to tell you about. So the first part is organization administration. Our first improvement is coming through corporate organization. A complete evaluation was done on all functions, activities, and personnel of YoCoin, And as a result, a new structure was created to organize all existing related activities in separate and unique divisions within the company. 7 divisions were created with a hierarchy of management from above them, making sure they produce, and a new company motto, deliver what is promised, rings throughout our office complex. This also exposed functions and activities that were not occupied by personnel and yet handled randomly by whomever could, thus creating much confusion and also creating needless problems. All will be remedied as the organization takes its new form. Our first staff meeting was held on Thursday, January 19th, a now very significant day. A published organization chart will be coming so that you will know where to go to handle your affairs from your location. I will be sending out many newsletters and advices on this over the coming weeks and months. Following are the current announcements that I want to make, but I'm going to do it by the related division that it originates with a brief description. So the first division, Division 1, is all about communication. Now this sounds pretty simple and basic, and it is, but this division is very powerful as it provides information to the rest of the organization. Anything related to communication, either in or out of YoCoin, will be through a part of this communication division. We will be adding an international 800 phone number so that all affiliates or customers can reach the corporate office 24/7. More on this will be announced later on in this letter in the appropriate area. Human Resources, or HR, will handle hiring of personnel needed to support the field and administer the activities and provide the backup the affiliates expect. IT, which includes website management, back office maintenance, email support, and all databases for reporting purposes. Now, the new version of the website 1.0 is now published and functioning, including the replicating feature with your YoCoin number populated on the registration form. In Bali, we decided on more changes, but didn't want to delay any more, so as the new changes are done, they will be uploaded. So it's a simple process. You log on to your YoCoin, secure.yocoin.org. The little button on the right takes you to the website. You have in the same form that you used to have before for registration, your web address. You forward that to anybody you want, and then they get that and they get the registration form. Now, I want to make very clear that although I had heard from many people, on position, can you handle the position, right, left, and unfortunately, due to the technology, at this time we can't. The idea of the binary system is, particularly, you have the ability to choose which side they go on. You can administrate that if you want them all left or all right or a balance. Or you can independently handle that yourself by instructing them to put in a position. We'll deal with that as time goes on, but for right now, that cannot be changed technically. And there's nothing I can do about it or anybody else can do about it for that matter. As we speak, the back office upgrades are underway. Again, this is a part of Division 1 in communication. What's happening here is a more professional back office look, the ability to communicate, the ability to email, the proper databases on which to operate your business. This is going to be an exciting change that will be happening, and it'll be happening fast. It's already underway, and the tech team is working on it. So for right now, I would estimate we're sometime in the neighborhood of 5 to 7 days for this to be uploaded. We're going to do the same thing with the back office as we did with the webpage. When it is functional, we'll put it up, and as changes come that need to be made, we will keep adding to it and keep improving on the back office. Increased security. One of the things that occurred in Bali was from a country. There was an incident with some YoCoin affiliates' accounts, and so increased security was implemented to make sure that your back office is protected, and we have a new tier of security questions. So when you log into your back office, what you want to do here is make sure you answer the questions, write them down, and then when you relog back in, you will be given a random question to log into your office based on what you answered. It's really simple, it's very efficient, and you're going to be protected that much better. Other back office related challenges that are being corrected include the following known issues: accounting of YoCoin, extra YoCoin, and repurchase YoCoin. Again, there were some changes made from one back office to another. Some accounting challenges occurred. So what I've got going on in that arena at this point in time is an investigation to find out and get it all corrected and up to date. I can assure you all that no matter what the issue is that you have, we will correct it. And I was so pleased and excited when I talked to the staff and we had our staff meeting that everybody is so excited and willing to make sure that this gets done. So we want to deliver what's promised, and that is the good thing. Databases. Now, this is a crucial piece of information and not a justification of how things have been done in the past, but there were certain databases that weren't kept. And so with regard to, say, for example, MatchPay, there was things kept in the United States or supposedly kept in the United States, which actually weren't kept in the United States. There was no communication with international. So we're embarking on a project to get all data, all databases fully up to date and operational. I will be seeking someone here who has the expertise in this arena. And if you know of anybody, please let me know directly by contact information at the bottom of this letter. I have left my email address and my phone number. And I have an open door policy. If you need to communicate, want to communicate, please communicate, because communication is the universal solvent, and we will only solve the problems and issues if we do communicate. And that'll give us the ability to predict and plan, and we'll talk about that as well as in another area. This area of databases links to all emails, customers, purchases, balances, in other words, the heart of YoCoin, and is vital to management moving forward. The last aspect of this division would be the reports and activity whereby we will manage by statistic. Now, when I say manage by statistic, all production of anybody in YoCoin will be monetized in a number, and it will show what was done in any given time frame, and I'll be talking about time frames very shortly, and then put on a graph and a chart. And with this technology that I'm well versed in, it's easy to see trends, it's easy to see relationships, and why things occur and why things are up or why things are down, and it allows for management to quickly get in and correct rather than wonder what happened and scratch their head. So that's Division 1. Division 2, Sales and Marketing of YoCoin product. We actually have two separate sales and marketing divisions. The first is obviously the Master Distributor Affiliate Program, and the second is the acquisition of merchants accepting YoCoin. So let's first talk about the Master Distributor Affiliate Program. I was introduced to the affiliates from India, from Korea, from Vietnam, and it was so exciting to see this group of entrepreneurs so excited to move forward and make YoCoin a success. And so from my experience in the past and as part of my role in organizing, we all know that organization is the key behind a good affiliate and master distributor program. If corporate cannot provide you with the tools you need to move out there, then of course it makes it more difficult. So with that being said, the product of this division is income, and income comes from sales. The goal for 2017 has been set at $100 billion of products sold. And we can do this. This is not a difficult task, and we're going to set up and gear. And through the affiliate master distributor program, this will get done. Now, just a side note here, as the president and handling administration and organization, I will no longer be an affiliate. So my relationship will be strictly to handle the affairs of the company, and we will set up programs for the master distributors and affiliates to drive this program through 2017 with incentives, contests, and as Dave mentioned, an event that will happen at our home office, which will be planned in advance. And everybody will have the opportunity to partake and come and see, myself included. It's going to be a lot of fun. So let's address the outstanding issues related to this division and the solution to each. The first is the compensation plan. We will be releasing a new updated plan by the end of the weekend to include a larger pool bonus, ongoing, and the elimination of the match pay bonus for the time being. One of the challenges was the administration and the database for the match pay, and so not to create any more issues or problems, we are just redirecting money into a different arena. So that will be announced, and obviously videos, older version videos, they'll be coming down from any website, and a new one will be produced. And in the meantime, the new written version of the compensation plan will be posted on the website and in your back office. So you can look forward to that this weekend. At the same time, management is working on more products and services that will be added to the mix, but only when completely done and available. There will be no more promise and not deliver. And I know that's important to all of you because we get excited as representatives and we tell people, and when it doesn't happen, boy, there's nothing more challenging than that. Match pay to YoCoin payout. This project is honestly the toughest challenge we have administratively, as there were no databases in place to capture the needed information. This project has been underway for some time and progress is being made. I don't have a time of completion, but it will be done and all affiliates will be taken care of. So, and I think you can understand here that it's kind of a hit and miss situation because we have to backtrack each transaction and see where it went and who it belonged to. It will get done. You can be assured of that on my watch, and but just be patient. And again, if you have any concerns about that, you can always communicate with me. Debit card. Okay, we're ready to deploy the debit card for commissions. The process is simple, and all you need to do is apply, and the bank will send you a debit card. Instructions for using will be supplied with the card. This will be starting next week. Now, this is very exciting. So this is going to give everybody instant access to their commissions through a debit card system, and when more specific details are available, I will send them out to everybody, or they'll be posted in the back office as we do the new upgrade there. New commission week. As you know, we instituted a week delay in paying commissions, and although this helped the system, needed a bit more adjusting. The current week ending is Saturday, which then means affiliates start a new week on a weekend. But when you think about this, most are busy with their family, employees, and the employees are also away or not in the office. Now, where I got trained in this administration process, the week ended on Thursday. Now, what happened when it ended on Thursday, it gave everybody the opportunity to deal with the company if they needed to handle problems while everybody was still working, all the way through till Friday. And new week started Thursday afternoon, and momentum would happen by Friday and moved into the weekend. And of course, then that gave a greater start to the weekend. Production went up, and it was a more exciting thing. So essentially, the idea here is Thursday at 2, the week ends. Thursday at 2:01, the new week begins. This gives the administration of the company a whole week to handle the commissions that are due and payable to the affiliates. They will be posted the following Thursday and available by debit card on that Friday. So a very precise, exact system. It's not changing really anything from what is going on right now with the week delay. It's just more defined, and therefore the week gets excited. I'm not sure the exact date we will start it. In an example in the newsletter, you're going to see I was looking at January 26th. It might be starting in February, but that's the idea moving forward. New registration page and sign-up procedure. When I was in Bali, I talked to the technical department and the programmers, and I said, this is a very interesting situation. We have a sign-up, a free account, and we send them to another web page, and they get a wallet, and then we send them somewhere else, and they get on YoChat. And I said, can we have a simple sign-up whereby everything is all in one step? And yes, it's going to happen. We're going to have a sign-up where they get their wallet, they get their free account, and they join YoChat all at the same time. And this is a very exciting change, and again, making it smoother, more effective, and more efficient. So you can look forward to that happening real soon as we do the upgrades on the back office. Now, the next area with regards to registration is position. And as I said earlier, and as simple as you think it should be by putting in controls, is a bit more difficult. But a solution has been presented that would allow sponsor to be notified that a new member has signed up and is ready to activate and be placed. Now, this hasn't been put in yet. This is just an idea that's being engineered right at this moment, and of course we'll keep you posted. Now, there are many pros and cons with this that need to be worked out, and as soon as we can, you will be notified. And if we can't, we can't. Technically, there's some certain restrictions with the idea of the binary. It's first come first serve. You get in and things happen underneath you. But I know affiliates have their own viewpoint, and again, feedback on this is very important. But right now, we're working to look at what possibilities are going to be available. Now, the merchant program in Division 2B, sales and marketing. The functions are very similar in that we are selling businesses on accepting YoCoin for their goods and services. Many of you have great interest, as this has always been an important aspect of the YoCoin program. We have started this division and will soon find the personnel to engage in the activities required to bring on businesses. If you have any interest or connection, please feel free to contact me directly. I have nothing more to say on that, and as we were just getting this underway, this is to be created, developed, and put into action. Division 3, finance. The important thing about finance is that it's a closed-door activity, and it's a separate function, and it is the ruler, so to speak, of the money coming in and the money going out, and its sole purpose is to create profitability. And an organization will typically spend more than it makes because of the demands from all aspects of the organization. So this is always should be a standalone function of any business. The product of this division is essentially profitability and more assets than liabilities. More importantly, is the daily administration of money in or out, paying of bills, buying needed supplies, paying commissions. Anything financial is handled here. Now, the first order of business is to hire a CFO, and the search is on. You'll be notified when this occurs, and with the addition of a CFO, then proper accounting can be added to the back office, tax documents for countries that need tax documents, and account statements for your customers. A much-needed addition to the entire organization. Division 4, technical. Our technical division is run by Mr. Banerjee and his development team. Here, the smart contracts are created and then made available for use or sale. YoCoin, Ethereum platform, YoGold, and virtually an unlimited number of possibilities moving forward, which is a very exciting probability that we can all look forward to, because that's the whole idea. So as things get developed, they'll put into action, and we'll get the benefit of marketing them. This division will also work on exchanges and getting YoCoin, YoGold into as many exchanges as possible. We had long conversations in Bali on this, and very important, and this is where this will occur. This division will also be responsible for any physical delivery of the silver and bronze coins. Finally, we will start before the end of next week. I have in my hand the gold YoCoin, which was presented in Bali to the top producers. I'm in touch with the Canadian company responsible for this production. They have been paid, and it's now time for delivery. So you can expect to see within the next couple of weeks, depending on mail and customs and all that good stuff, your silver and bronze YoCoins being delivered. Division 5, quality control. Now, this is, for many of you, a new concept, not talked about. It's the missing link. Most civilizations in our history have fallen down and collapsed because they had no corrective mechanism. This is one of the most important divisions of the entire organization, and as is the overall purpose of making of a perfect organization with 100% satisfied customers. It starts with customer service, and employees are being hired and trained right now, currently, to man the phones and take calls and direct inbound issues. The functionalities will be simple. All incoming issues will then be directed to the related department for handling. The department will then contact the customer with the workout and the solution. The staff handling calls will be trained to handle minor issues and take care of things, if they can, right on the spot. This will be a major step forward to keeping our communication with the field fast and efficient, And as changes are made, the ideal will be very little traffic. And of course, this is important. In this division, we also have all training activities for both the employees and the affiliates. While in Bali, we made a selection of someone within the ranks and are awaiting his acceptance to run and handle this division. Now, this division also handles another very important function and activity, and that is correction. With the training programs, manuals be written for each and every post in the organization and a write-up from the current employee on what needs to be done for that specific job. Over time, we will have an exact procedures and activities to handle any job so that when mistakes are made or production drops, and this division can go in and correct rather than simply fire and waste. The monitoring stick typo there for this division is income divided by the number of staff. And this creates a value which can then be used by management to see how efficient the organization is. If the affiliates understand that we have a productive, efficient corporate team that can resolve all issues quickly, then you are happy and will go out and do what you do best, just get more customers and sell more YoCoin products, and that's what you want to do. Next is the public division, number 6. Now, making the public aware of YoCoin is crucial, and it requires a plan, PR, social media, strategic community involvement, and some form of charitable support, all of which create newsworthy data that can be posted and seen by masses of people, then leading them to YoCoin. A social media program was mentioned in previous newsletters several months ago with 15,000 videos and postings all over the world. That is currently almost completed, and I will be in touch with that company also from Canada, and we'll get that executed as soon as possible. Community activities. Now, I've been involved with many companies that have utilized this aspect of initiated by local affiliates in their community, which in turn can be used on social media and in PR news releases. These can cause a great deal of interest. So the idea is a campaign to contribute back to your community then becomes newsworthy. And you as a YoCoin affiliate, and then we can utilize that information in a post, PR, and again, many people around the world like do-gooders and like people that help and support. So this is important. More will be released on this. Right now, we do not have anybody in this division in charge, so we're seeking that as well. And the purpose of this division is to drive interest to the public to YoCoin, and very important activity and one which has not been set up or staffed. Okay, finally, Division 7, the Executive Division. A little water. At the Bali Summit, it was determined that the executives of the corporation actually did their job as a that we decided that basically an executive should be a standalone position. Conflicts of interest can occur when you have both being an affiliate and being an executive, and it just in the past and throughout history has posed many, many problems throughout the networking industry. And so the idea was that there are two functions here that really you must understand. The administration is separate from the activity of sales and marketing, but the administration of sales and marketing is important to sales and marketing. So with that being said, the structure was set up. So there was too much, and again, I'll publish a structure in the upcoming newsletter, and there will be an organization chart posted in the office with everybody's position located on it, and the whole idea is to link communication from one person to another and keep all related functions in their specific division. It's a fascinating system. It works like magic, and we can grow like a weed. So yes, that's that. And we also have hired our legal counsel. This is specific to U.S. and Canada. We live in a highly regulated country, and from my position, we must do what the law states. So with that, we hired an attorney. He will dig into it and get us in tip-top shape and make sure we can move forward in some form, shape, fashion, however it has to be done. The purpose of Division 7 is to create viability and to expand. And we are on track to do both. Moving forward, as things become more organized, I will communicate on a regular basis. I will be very active president and relinquishing my affiliate position. I have agreed with the founder, Mr. Banerjee, and other YoCoin employees that I will travel the world to promote and organize the activities of YoCoin. Now, if you have any questions or concerns or ideas or thoughts, you can reach me at daverolf@earthlink.net, and my phone number is 617-388-9109, and that's Pacific Standard Time. So there we go. That's all I wanted to announce today. Obviously, there are many things happening, many things going on, but I wanted you as affiliates to understand that we are making the right changes at the right time to take advantage of what is going on in the world today. We know today in the United States that a new president was inaugurated or is going to be inaugurated or already has been inaugurated, and the world is concerned, as most people would think, with this man. But cryptocurrency, smart contracts, the wave of the future, and we want to be completely ready to handle all aspects of this. And we want you as the affiliate to have the opportunity of opportunities. So I thank you for the time for this presentation, and I look forward to the next time. And I'm going to turn it back over to Mr. Doss, who will moderate the next speaker.
Yeah, thanks, Dave. It was a nice presentation here. Now we have Mr. Ron Kadi, who will be delivering speech on leadership. Mr. Ron?
Okay, all right, hear me okay? Good evening, everybody. As Mr. Gus said, now I'm Ron Carty. Look, first off, what I'd like to is welcome everybody to the webinar. I know that there are time issues everywhere. I know in Hong Kong, or the time zone of Hong Kong, it's midnight, so I'm going to thank you very much for your time. We've got people from the UK where it's in the afternoon, and we've got people over in America, plus throughout Asia, various times. So first of all, I'm going to thank you for your time for attending the webinar and making time for us. Secondly, I'd like to thank Dave Rolfe for his input into the organisation. As with any business, we need a solid structure with which to go out into the marketplace. So, Mr. Duss, I'm just checking that my slides are okay. Just mention that. Okay, do that. So, but there are always two sides to a business. Number one, obviously, we need this. We need confidence in the company. We need confidence in this new phrase of what was it? Deliver what we promise. I'm an avid note taker, and I've got that written down. So that knowing that there is a solid, properly run business behind you, that's only half of it. The other half, we've got a network marketing company, and there are other issues in terms of making success. And I'm assuming that everybody that's logged on, and the majority of your organisations are interested in making a success. And that's really what I'm going to talk about. So if we have a look at the four elements of success, if we can just change the slide quickly for me. I'm doing this remote. And I'm just, okay, so look, you can see on the slide there are four elements governing success. I'm going to run through each of them, not too long because I value your time and I appreciate the time, but look, you can see luck, the second one is ease, the third one is effort, and then finally ability. And I'm going to run through each of those in turn, and you can see really where you are. But all of these have an effect on the success as a networker, and especially in the digital world. So first off, luck. Let's have a look at luck. All right. Now, look, luck. Everybody says, there's no such thing as luck. We make our own luck. I came across a definition many years ago that luck stands for labour under controlled knowledge. So we make our own luck, and in a way that's true. However, some people are luckier than others. There is an element of luck. You can bump into people by accident that can change your life in this business. I know that from a personal experience where many years ago, when I first started out as a networker, I bumped into somebody that helped me, put me on the right path, and it was by luck, by accident. So there is an element of luck, and as we all know, some people are more lucky than others, right? Now that doesn't mean you can't make it, it just means that there is an element of luck, right? The second one, let's have a move on, is this ease. Now, let me just have a go. Can somebody move the slide? Very interesting. That means if they don't move the slide, they're not listening. And that's a bit of a worry. So can somebody just press the little doodle? If not, I'll just keep talking. Right? The second element is ease. Now look, this is about leadership and sales generation. And sales generation really means introducing people to the business. Now some people do have that easier than others. Some people have got better networks than others. Some people have got different levels of contacts. Some people have got people with money. Some people have got people with lower income levels. Okay, and for those people, it's easier. Now that doesn't mean that you can, that it's not going to be right. It just means that for some people, it's that little bit harder to get there. You can still get there. It just takes longer. So the reason I'm saying that is, Mr. Biswas, I can see your video. You've come up on the screen with people walking behind you, okay? And you scratching your head. I just want to let you know, all right? Okay? And so, look, you can still succeed. It just takes longer. And the reason I'm saying that is because sometimes people join the business and expect it all to be easy. It's not. It's a simple business, but it's not easy. And so it just takes a little bit more for some people. So, look, number one is luck. And there is an element of luck, though. You can go out, the more you do, the more you work, the luckier you get. I understand that, but there is an element of luck. Second one is ease, that some people genuinely do have it easier than others. And then the third one is effort. And that, I don't spend a lot of time on effort. Look, what it means is this, right? We've just run this workshop in Bali, good workshop. And we'll be running workshops in every other convention that goes on from now on. We were talking about success areas and about making calls. Success is dependent on how many calls you make, or how many times you draw the circles, or how many times you talk to people. That's effort. That's hard work. And certainly you cannot be successful in networking if you don't put the hard yards in. But it's not success itself. I've got experience. I'm sure a lot of people online have also got experience. There's a lot of people that work hard. You cannot fault their effort. They're out there rattling the bushes. They're making the calls, and of course nowadays on social media, they're on Facebook, they're on LinkedIn, they're doing emails, they're social media. They're putting the effort in, and yet, right? This still misses. Okay, success still eludes. So, although effort is important, it is not success itself. I'm going to focus on the last one, which is ability. So at the end of the day, regardless of luck, regardless of how easy or difficult it is, regardless of how much effort somebody puts in, there is no substitute for ability. And there are two types of excuse me, my thing went wrong there, or my mouth went wrong. Okay? Now, some people have natural ability. I've noticed that in my own career. Some people can walk into a room and the room lights up. Some people have got a natural ability to make contact with strangers, talk in a taxi, on an aeroplane, in a mall, anywhere. So some people have got natural ability, but what I found from experience is that they are few and far between. We all know that person that has got the confidence or walks with the air of confidence. I was talking a little bit about John Barksdale at the Bali conference, where he's got this ability. Now, whether it's a natural ability or not, but it comes over. But the majority of people I've come with do not have natural ability. Ability comes from acquired skills. And that's really where I want to talk to about leadership and sales development. There's a saying in business that says if you keep doing what you're doing, you're going to keep getting what you're getting. And so this is me talking to everybody on a personal basis that's out there listening. If you are happy with the results you're getting, then don't change a thing. But if you feel that you're putting the effort in and results are still passing you by, and you're not as lucky as you feel you should be, then I'm going to talk about personal development. We're going to be rolling out leadership development programs aimed at personal development. And I believe they're going to start with conventions, but they should also run separately in every country, right? Where we run a development program aimed at how you talk to someone, how you draw a circle that's effective, how you stand up and do a presentation, how you work with people. We're talking about how you manage your money, how you manage your business. See, we're now confident at the end of this webinar, we're confident the company has now assessed itself. They've called someone like Dave Rolfe in. He's done a professional evaluation of the YoCoin business, highlighted areas of improvement, and now we're implementing. I'm going to ask everybody here, how many of us? Okay, yeah, forgive me, somebody muted me then, so you just lost it. So all I'm saying now is part of us moving forward for success is do a personal evaluation. Most people I know don't know what they look like, don't know what they sound like, and we're called leaders, but many leaders aren't really leaders. They call in a few people that have never changed or upskilled. And so the company now is committed to upskilling you and your team. Just find out from the company when and where the events are, and as a personal recommendation, I would recommend that you and your team attend everyone. So at that, I'm going to thank you. I'll talk to you on the next webinar. And like everybody here, I'm excited about the changes, the improvements, and look forward to an exciting 2017. Good night. God bless everyone.
Okay. Thanks, Ron. It was a nice presentation from your end. Now, we'd like to have a small session for around, say, 5 minutes on a question and answer session. If anybody has some question to ask, we corporates are here. Mr. Wilson, Mr. Ron Cardi, Mr. Biswas, Mr. Banerjee himself, me, myself, and Mr. Dev Rolfe is there. So if anybody has questions, they can raise their hands and we can have 5 minutes for a question and answer session. Okay, so I find, yes, it's Siddhesh Samant. You raise your hand. Siddhesh, Shashank Shetty, self-muted. Okay. Hello, who's there? Can you just mute your background, please?
Somebody's having a birthday party.
Yeah. Okay, Mr. Godbrush. Mr. God?
Yes, I'm just wondering if you could perhaps update us on the insurance program that you mentioned. And then also just wondering when the debit cards would be available for people for their commissions, if there's a specific date on that. And beyond that, I'd like to say thank you all for your contributions and everything that's been set out. Your sounds and exciting, and it's exactly what was needed is my thoughts. And so thank you for that. I'll let you go ahead and reply. Thank you.
Gord, can I answer that, Biman?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes. As I stated in the address, that we are no longer going to announce anything until it's done. So when the insurance program is completed and ready, it'll be announced, and that way we don't confuse people and have to go back to the drawing board every time. As far as the debit card, I also stated that it will be available starting next week. You apply, and it goes to the bank, and the bank processes it and sends you a specific debit card. The time frame for that is depending on the bank. Could be in mail, back and forth wherever you live. Could be anywhere from 10 days to 2 weeks.
Okay, great. Thank you, Dave. Appreciate all that you're doing. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. Okay, now Mrs. Zafri.
Yes.
Okay, now Mrs. Zafri. Okay, now.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes,
You
Mr.
can hear it?
Yeah.
Thank you very much for everything that you're doing. It's much appreciated, and we understand everything's going well. The debit cards.
Okay, now Mrs.
We have.
Zafri.
The question is, many of our affiliates now have requests for payments in the back office. Should they go in and check the status and cancel those and wait for the debit cards? Would that be the best option for the affiliates at this time?
Well, again, that's going to be their choice.
Okay. We've been waiting. In some cases, some of us have been waiting over 2.5 months for the request of payment in the back office, and there was the option to go with the Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And after a period of time, we were asked by corporate and our upline leaders to cancel the request and resubmit it, and it would be handled within a few days. Many of us have current outstanding requests for payment that are now exceeding their 4th week once again. So that's why I asked, should they cancel the current one, reapply, or just cancel it altogether and wait for the debit card to be delivered?
Mr. Zafri, yeah, please, whoever is.
Yes, sorry to interrupt. We do understand that there's a great effort by YoCoin and the executives to pay us, but paying in Bitcoin doesn't make sense because the company, YoCoin, has to pay a premium for the YoCoin and then from us. I truly believe that you folks have come up with the correct answer with the debit card, and it would be more economical and more financially feasible for the company to have people cancel the Bitcoin and apply for the debit card, and then that way, if they want Bitcoin, they can order the Bitcoin and not put the company through that extra step.
Agreed.
So would it be fair? Would it be fair for me to contact our entire organization and ask them to wait for the new debit card and apply for the debit card, and if they currently have any requests in their back office under the payment, to cancel their outstanding payments or outstanding requests, and then when the debit cards, make it functional.
Okay, that's it. Now we have our second.
Yes, that would be the right approach. And Biman said yes as well.
Thank you very much.
Now we have Mrs. Cindy and Bob. Mrs. Cindy. Mrs. Cindy and Bob. Too noisy. I think he's away. That's okay. Now we have Mr. John Rodriguez. Mr. John.
Yes, I'm here. Thank you. My question is, the coins that we had redeemed from our back office over to our e-wallet, what can we do with those? Does that have anything to do with extracting those to the debit card?
No, it doesn't. What you can do with those is they're your YoCoin. You can do whatever you wish with them. You can put them on an exchange. You can hold on to them for long-term capital appreciation. I would think, depending on understanding where we are headed, that you'd probably want to wait till we get to $30 or $40 per coin before you sold anything.
Okay, so
Dave, can I come in? Dave, this is Biswas here. Can I come in?
Yeah.
Yep. Please let us understand that coins, redemption of coins and withdrawal of commissions are two different aspects totally in the system. Redemption of coins is something that as a product we are getting 5% every week, and we must educate our investors and affiliates that if we can hold them for a period of 6 to 8 months, we can gain as much as Bitcoins traders are getting now. But commissions on commissions in lieu of our binary system is something different. Commissions up to $550 are automatically processed by our system. Anything more over and above that, we are doing it on every fortnight basis. So people who have already processed the back office commissions, they needn't worry, it will be processed automatically. And people who would like to wait for the debit card to launch can definitely wait for another week or so.
Okay, so now we have. Thank you so much. Now we have Mr. Alexander Bolton.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah. Yes, Mr.
Hey,
Alexander.
everybody.
Go ahead.
Great, thank you. Congratulations, everybody, on the new update. Sounds fantastic. Dave and all the rest of the speakers here today, you did a wonderful job. A lot of information generated over there, which was in speculation mode for a number of some of the people they were approaching. I have two questions, as a matter of fact. Number one, will there be any way, shape, or form possible for the debit card to be utilized for any monies that are being transferred over, I should say redeemed, into an actual current financial figure, for instance, US dollars or the like, at some point? For instance, if I'm not completely fluent in the system as of yet, but from my understanding, when we go to exchange or redeem YoCoin for, let's say, for instance, I said US dollars, for instance, will we be able to use the debit card in lieu of that? For instance, walking into a coffee shop and paying for it, and that coming off of our sum total of YoCoin held in our account.
Okay, the debit card that you are talking about is purely for withdrawal of your binary commissions. So it can be redeemed only against fiat currency from your local ATM machines. It has nothing to do with redemption of your coins. Once again, I repeat. So the coins are separate, which you have to redeem through any exchange into your fiat currency. But as a debit card holder, you can always withdraw your binary commission through any ATM machine in your local area.
I understand. I was just wondering if there was going to be any way possible to internally, if you will, put it on an internal exchange, if you will, and thereby utilize the same debit card, not just for commissions paid out, but also for whatever monies are going to be, like I said, interacted by way of an exchange into an actual monetized figure of a current currency.
Yeah, I'd like to suggest you contact me directly and we'll talk this out.
Okay, fine. Was that Dave?
Right now, we do not have that facility, but the point that you are...
You're breaking up on me.
Okay, so that is it. You have the answer, Mr. Alexander, and if there is anything, you can actually contact us directly through email, and we'll have an update again next week, and we can talk on that. Okay, thank you so much.
One other question about Biman, before you go anywhere, I've been trying to get a hold of the support by email for about 5 days now, and the only response that I got was, "What do you want now?" I'm thinking to myself, what on earth is going on over here? Is there, I should say, is the team actively, I know everything is going on in the back, but is there an active designated member right now who's supposed to be answering technical questions? Because we have a couple of them going on in our organization. It's becoming very, very frustrating.
It's not like that, Mr. Alexander. We're just giving our best right now. And
Mr. Das, can you
yeah, please, Mr. Biswas.
Go ahead.
Mr. Biswas.
live chat support? Are you talking about live chat support? Or?
No, I'm talking. I had a question. I have a couple of questions that are waiting to be resolved. We tried them in live chat. They sent us to support.yocoin.org. We sent in a couple of emails. I can send you the entire the thread, and the responses have been, I should say, virtually non-existent.
Okay, Mr. Alexander, if you could be kind enough and send those emails to me, I'll personally take care of that and get back to you within a day.
Excellent.
BD at YoCoin.org.
Okay, I will send you the string from one of the affiliates that I signed in, as well as the one from mine. Very well. All right, excellent. Thank you so much, Biman, and everybody else doing a fantastic job.
So nice.
Amazing things in the future. Take care. Have a wonderful weekend.
Actually, we are in the re-engineering process, so you must appreciate our efforts, and we will certainly, as Mr. Das said, we will certainly personally take care of your issue, and also to others, whoever are attending this webinar. Please understand, it's a new phase of YoCoin, as Mr. Das said. We are in a constant process of re-engineering, and definitely your suggestions are most welcome. That is the whole purpose of holding this webinar every week, and we will certainly take your positive and definite suggestions, and we'll keep those in our back office to ensure that we satisfy you that most.
Okay, so with this note, we don't have any raised hands. I believe that we are actually coming to a point of accuracy and creating the corporate structure. We are restructuring ourselves. So we end this webinar on a good note with those approach that we all are together and creating a new face of YoCoin. You could see today that we have an updated website already given there on the back office. As Mr. Devrold announced, that we will also have a new face of back office, which will have many new functionalities, which will help the back office to run as an independent office. So on this note, I'd like to thank every corporate here who were in the webinar, and we would like to come up with a much more positive note on the next webinar. And this next webinar is going to be more exciting because we are going to speak on such new subjects. And we are going to have some exciting subjects, and new speakers will come on board. We'll be speaking about the whole community of the YoCoin and how YoCoin can become a great YoCoiner. So I thank everybody, and on a good note, I end this webinar. Good night to everybody, and good morning to you. Have a nice day. Thanks, Mr. Dave Wilson, Mr. Dan Schwartz was there, Mr. Dave Rolls, Mr. Ron Cardi, Mr. Biswas, and Mr. Banerjee. And before I end this webinar, I'd like to request Mr. Banerjee, our founder, to say a few words, and we look forward for the next webinar. Mr. Banerjee?
Mr. Banerjee is offline, but just on behalf of him,
okay.
Mr. Banerjee is offline, but just on behalf of him, myself, Biswas, would like to really thank you all for joining the webinar, and we would like to see much more webinar joinings in the next event. And as we say, we are constantly doing the re-engineering process. We are constantly doing that development phase of the coin. Let us hope with the introduction of our Yo Insurance, this coin will have a new dimension altogether. Mr. Banerjee is constantly working on the new insurance product that we are soon to launch. And good night to all, maybe good night, good morning to some part of the world. Thank you once again for joining this webinar.
Okay, now
Thanks,
I'll
Kevin.
just...
Great job.
okay, Thank you so much. Now, Mr. Banerjee, just few seconds, everybody. Mr. Banerjee just poked me and he gave me on the Skype that we have at the YoCoin insurance, we have the white paper already released. So what I will be doing is I will be mailing forward the white paper of the YoCoin insurance to everybody on here, whoever has enrolled in this webinar, so they can have a look on the YoCoin insurance, and maybe we'll talk on an elaborate, descriptive manner in the next webinar. So thank you, everybody. Thank you, Mr. Dave. Thank you, Mrs. Wilson. Thank you, Mr. Cardi. Thank you so much.